This is not a Mr. Big scenario where a police force of North America takes somebody, makes them feel bigger than life, and then smashes their lives in pieces and public humiliates them. Because I'm not a Mr. Big, I don't make $80,000 a year, and I don't carry a rifle or a gun, and I don't dictate who lives and who dies, and I don't dictate who gets arrested and who doesn't. And I don't have a fat salary that I get every month and sit around and watch people starve from poor to rich and all that other things. And I'm not greedy. I've never made more than $20,000 a year, and for the last 10 years, I've had nothing. I've never made any money other than what it took to scrape through life. Minimum wage is dictated by our government, and it's not a fair wage for the hour we get. Our government controls that. The RCMP controls everything else. Who's the criminals and who aren't. I didn't kill Ruby. I didn't take her job away of picking bottles, and I didn't kick her off social services or kick her out of the apartment, if this is what it's about. Social services kicked her off because she made too much money collecting bottles and picking berries. I didn't do anything to her. So if you guys are mad, or if people are saying that, then go to hell. You, I, are all sick of this shit. I'm sick of talking about dumb shit. This is dumb shit. But it has to be said. If people have to do stupid things to get things done, or the RCMP have to taser somebody in Vancouver before they realize that they're going out of hand on half the things they're doing because they're not going old school when they don't have to use a lethal weapon to detain somebody, or they have to use excessive force, one should say. Maybe it's time we all woke up and realized we're not as big as we are. We're not as smart as we are, and how futile we really are. And that we live in the futile system because there's people digging in the dumpsters, and we have people living on social services and people living on the street dying and starving to death in the 21st century. And we have people like the Koreans ready to start a nuclear war, maybe. We're all white, they're all Asians, and we have all African Americans. Three races of people. There's one more race of people. I can't remember what they're called. Then we're all mixtures of all them. White people, we speak English, French, German, Russian, Romanian, Greek, Syria, all this other kind of stuff. Asians speak Cantonese, Mandarin, Vietnamese. You get the point. Cultural differences. What is a cultural difference? What you eat, how you talk, and what type of house you live in. Whether you still live in the buggy and horses, or you live in the jungle where it's nice and warm, and you walk around on bare feet. What is a culture? It's nothing. It's pretty sick. For 10 years, I had to live the way I had to live. I don't know why. Coming to this society. I only speak one language, that's English. Wish I learned French, but I didn't. I know a few words. Bonjour, au revoir. Know how to count to 10. Merci is thank you or whatnot. But that's it. We all need to wake up, smell the coffee. It's not a Mr. Big scenario making somebody seem bigger than what they are. And nobody's greedy. Go read the 10 Commandments. Read the 10 sins. This is not a Lano Club fuck you over 13-step thing either. Hopefully my camera doesn't die this time, or Microsoft decides to reboot it all again. Trying to narrow it down to 5 minutes, not 10. DNA determines on what's wrong with a person, just like a blood test determines if you're drunk or on any drugs. DNA tests everything what's wrong with a person. If you want to discriminate somebody, you better have their DNA test set up. If I hear another stupid word like you have ADT or anything like that, and you're trying to play psychologist, if you don't have a DNA test on somebody, fuck you. I don't want to hear one fucking word if you're an educated fucking motherfucking doctor. Testosterone therapy is a hormone in the body. When a man's hormones are low, it's a P test. I've read it 60,000 times in the computer. Testosterone, depo, decanate, or cypionate, or propionate are the ones in the country. Page 107, 168, and 169, I think it is. And the other one is growth hormones. Read it. Don't go messing around with men's hormones so they can, because you think a man should act less of a man to act like a woman and make them gay and give women testosterone so they talk with a deep voice and act like a man and grow hair. Because, to me, I'm sorry, transgenders is an abomination and fraud to society. I wouldn't want a man coming up to me dressed up as a woman. I think I'd fucking go postal on somebody and freak out because I think that's fucking sick. That's a Frankenstein. I'm sorry, but that's my feeling and my freedom of speech. Or a woman dressed up as a man and that being a woman. That's just fucking sick, man. Fucking sick. Fraud to humanity. Psychological warfare. Playing mind games. 21st century. Look after the people. Protect the people. Make sure we all get an equal wage so we can live in society. We don't have to live in the feudal system and starve to death and die on the street like Ruby did. That's it. That's protecting the people. That's what our government's for.